so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Okay, so the Starlite Drive In was started in 1955 by the Stewarts. Mr. Stewart was a principal in the school system. His wife was a teacher.
The first owners owned it until 2002.
They needed to supplement their summer income, so they had a big farm out in the middle of nowhere between Smithville and Harrodsburg. So they erect a screen and build a drive-in. It's kind of the coming thing back then, so they go ahead and build it. They do real good. Things are going along real good for them. Most of their family works there. Then he sells it to some other people. They have it for a few years. Then the problems kind of start with the drive-in kind of getting run down. They decide to sell it. It almost became a storage building. One of my son's friends told us that the drive-in was for sale, so we decided after a little bit of talk with the family that we would try it and maybe be the bridge to clean the drive-in up, straighten it up, and then see if we can resell it to somebody. Got a digital camera, then we started cleaning up the grounds, and from that point on, things went better and better, and we actually had several sellouts. So I had to walk down the road saying, sorry, we're full, you can't come in. And they hadn't had a sellout since like the 1970s, so we were kind of proud of the fact that we were able to do some sellouts. Had a lot of help with the drive-in. A guy that owned McCree's Deli came down and helped us with the food. We started serving pizzas at the drive-in. One night we sold 44 pizzas. But with me traveling, the kids traveling, and all the things going on, we just decided it was time to move on. The guy that bought the drive-in, his name is Brent. He actually owns some movie theaters indoor. He loves the drive-in so much that just recently he opened a drive-in in Terre Haute.
I've been in movie theaters for about 20 years. I had seen an article a few years before I bought the Starlite when the Freemans had bought it, and I thought, a neat-looking business. I'd never worked at a drive-in. Come to find out, the Freemans were going to sell it a few years later. And I came out, I think the summer of 16, and kind of shadowed the owners a little bit and quickly fell in love with the concept of it and with the venue itself. Kind of went forward from there.
As I kind of watched what was going on, I think that it's the social aspect. So going to the movies is good. You sit there with your friends and kind of visit, maybe whisper a little bit or whatever. But the drive-in is a real social event. I truly, in my heart, believe that we've lost that social aspect of hanging out together, because that's what the drive-in is.
I think drive-in have great effects on the community. They're a great family destination.
Go to the drive-in, get your lawn chairs out, talk and laugh, everything, play before the movie and that kind of stuff. I think the thing that separates the Starlite was it was family owned for years and years, so it has a lot of history. There are a lot of people in the area that went to the drive-in.
Not just going to a 2-hour movie, you're kind of going there a couple hours before showtime, and you're able to spend time with friends and family. You can toss a football, you can throw a frisbee, you can bring your pets. You're not confined to a small space. You can get up and move around. In my experience, drive-ins have a really positive impact on their communities.
I've been coming here since before their age.
People bring footballs and frisbees and bubbles and glow sticks.
We used to come here a lot when I was a kid, and we'd come here real early, play and run around and goof off, and then we'd watch movies, pass out.
My family and I have been going to the Starlite every summer for probably more than 5 years. It does to me feel like I'm stepping back into the past and kind of living a simpler time. I think something the Starlite does that you can't get somewhere else is people show up really early for the show. So it's still really bright when you get there. You can run around, feels really safe. And you just can't do that in a regular movie theater. You get there right in time for the show, and then you watch the movie and you leave. At the Starlite, you have time in between the 2 movies. Sometimes there's even 3 movies. People have their blankets out, and it's fun to walk around and talk to people. People bring food. Sometimes they'll barbecue and cook. So it feels really different from a regular movie theater. I think my favorite part is that we only get to do it once a year. So it's a really special event.
It's a great experience to be able to keep this tradition going.
Feels like special moments that we won't get very many of.
A small business is a business like the Starlite.
Drive-ins are almost a thing of the past, and the fact that they're still open and they're still around here is really awesome.
Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.